Major shakeups coming to the Los Angeles Rams. A new article shows that the Rams are inclined to trade some veteran pieces this upcoming season to get younger. All that on this episode of Rams Digest. And welcome back to another episode of Rams Digest. I'm your host, Joshua Finehirsh. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, so you do not miss any new daily Rams Digest videos and the latest Rams coverage. Overall, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. We just hit 3,350 subscribers, so we just want to thank you all, Josh and I, from the bottom of our hearts. The support means a lot to us as our channel keeps on growing, and for your thoughtful comments, as we love that you all share your analysis. And it's great to see that we have a nice community building over here on this channel now. To our story for today. Major shakeups happening for the Rams. A new article from Rams Wire and Bleacher Report has confirmed that the Rams are looking to trade some veteran pieces to get younger. As we know, the Rams have done that in the past, and we're going to head it on into this story right now. And as the Los Angeles Rams continue to balance being a competitive roster with future planning, and some of their more productive veteran names could be on watch on the trade block later this year. And according to Alex Ballantyne of Bleacher Report, three notable names really come to mind. Tight end Tyler Higgby, safety Cameron Curl, and running back Kyren Williams are among the team's most valuable trade assets heading into the 2025 season. And I agree with this. All of these players have some trade value, could get a decent haul for them. None of these guys are worth first-round picks or anything, but the Rams could get some nice mid-round picks or a high day 2 pick for one of these players. And there are a lot of teams that can use these three players throughout the league, and these three players can help upgrade a lot of teams as well. And now I have to get to our first player of this, and that is Tyler Higgby. Higgby is now entering the final year of his deal, of the 2-year deal he signed right after he got hurt. He's on track for $8.7 million this year. You know, Higgby is 6'6", 255, has good size for a tight end. The veteran tight end has been a steady contributor over the years, but the writing may be on the wall after the Rams used their first overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft in their second round on Oregon's Terrence Ferguson, a first-team All-Pac-12 talent and a very productive player in the Big Ten for his final year there as well, who projects as a capable starter. This is 100% correct. Terrence Ferguson looks to have a really, really bright future. The Rams wouldn't have used their first pick of the draft on him, again in the second round, if it weren't for that. And the Rams were comfortable taking him in the first round. If you don't remember a video I did around a month ago after you watched this one, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch that, where I really did a deep dive on Terrence Ferguson and how he really can help the Rams as a route runner. He's a more crisp route runner than Higgby. Higgby right now is the better blocker, but Higgby is 32 years old. He was a key contributor to the Rams making the Super Bowl in 2018, as well as them winning the Super Bowl in the 2021 season, the 2022 Super Bowl. Obviously, Higgby in 2023 had 47 catches, 495 yards, and 2 touchdowns in his last fully healthy campaign. And for Higgby, he is the 16th highest paid tight end, meaning that it's not like he's on this really heavy contract that no team would want to take on. It's a decent contract. $8.7 million is not something that's too out there. It's not something where a team looks and goes, ooh, wow, that's really bad. No, that's a decently payable contract, and if Terrence Ferguson does take over that starting spot, I believe the Jets look to be the place for him, because the Jets, they got Justin Fields. They clearly believe in him, giving him $20 million for 2 seasons. And if the Jets really want to build a competent offense around any quarterback, you need a quality tight end. Higgby could do that for the Jets. Now, I believe Higgby's value could be as high as a 3rd-round pick and as low as a 6th-round pick. In my opinion, a 5th-round pick, I believe, does suffice for Tyler Higgby. And I want you to comment down below right now what you believe Tyler Higby's value is on the trade block, and where will he get traded, because he's a nice intermediate route runner and red zone threat. 24 career touchdowns for him. He was one of the original LA draft picks from that 2016 class in the 4th round, so it would be a shame to see him go, but it may need to happen. And now as we go to the backfield, something I talked about recently, 2023 Pro Bowler Kyren Williams is coming off of a stellar campaign where he rushed for basically 1,300 yards and 14 touchdowns, both career highs, but he too is approaching the end of his rookie deal. And should rookie 4th rounder Jarquez Hunter a versatile runner out of Auburn, shine early, the Rams may find it hard to justify paying top dollar to retain Kyren Williams. And again, in my last video I did, if you haven't seen that one as well after this one, go watch that. I really talked about how Kyren wants a double-digit million per year salary, putting him among the likes of Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs. And if he does not fix that fumble issue I talked about, or the explosiveness, only averaged 4.1 yards per carry last year compared to the 5 in 2023, and he did kind of lose the Rams that playoff game. It wasn't really all his fault, but those fumbles were a key part as to why they lost that. It's not something that the Rams could look to justify paying big money for, because he's not someone who can deliver in the clutch and that explosiveness that we see from running backs like Saquon, McCaffrey, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan. We'll see what his extension looks like out there in Atlanta, because he'll be extension eligible, because the Falcons want to lock him up long term for sure based on how he's played. We'll see how those two guys end up getting paid. And for Kyren, I believe that the best trade destination for him would be the Broncos. Again, the Broncos did just draft R.J. Harvey in the second round, but he's a rookie. And if the Broncos, as I believe they can, compete to go to the conference championship game this year, if Bo Nix keeps playing better, the young receivers get better, they signed Evan Ingram, their defense is elite. It already got even better adding Jahade Barron. And for the Broncos, that run game was a big problem for them last year. They let go of Javonte Williams, obviously. He's now a Cowboy, and Kyren could go to the Broncos there. I believe Kyren is worth a bit more. Second to fourth round pick. I would say a third round pick for Kyren should be enough for the Rams to say, hey, this is what we want. We can make this trade happen. And maybe a player in return, potentially a defensive player as well. Someone a little bit lower on the depth chart, but just to provide good depth for the Rams there as well. And I want you to comment down below right now. What do you think Kyren Williams will go for? As well as the Cowboys are another team that I think he could go to as well, because they have Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams there. Quite the backfield, and we'll see if that ends up working out. As we know, Jerry Jones recently, really only recently, has been more inclined to make changes on his roster with that George Pickens trade, so we'll see if the Rams can make a deal with them. And please comment down below what you think Kyren can go for and to what team. If Jarquez Hunter and Blake Corum, who's not even mentioned here, I know he's going to be coming off the arm injury, but he can look to have a key impact as well. And we only have one more player left to get to, and before we get there, like this video right now if you believe the Rams need to make some changes or not. I'll be giving my opinion on that at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And then there's Kam Curl, a reliable presence in the secondary who made an instant impact in his first season in Los Angeles. The former 2020 7th round pick out of Arkansas did have 79 tackles, 9 pass breakups, and even found the end zone on a fumble recovery. But with Jalen McCullough flashing in his rookie season, as well as Cam Kinchens recording 4 interceptions and a touchdown, Curl could become expendable, even if dealing him would thin the depth at safety. And this doesn't even mention Cam Kinchens, who I'm really high on. I know he's only 5'9", but he is a stud out there in the backfield. McCullough showed flashes late in the season as well. And with Curl, he's good. He's 26, so he's not super old, so that's something that a team might value in him as well. And if you're the Rams, it really depends on how that looks. I think you can have a nice little duo there at that safety spot with Curl and McCullough, as well as Cam Kinchens, who I'm going to keep mentioning because I'm really high on him as well, though he's a bit more of a schematic player. I don't know if he could play on every down. But the double Cam duo was nice, the Cam and Cam. That would be a really cool duo to look at, the Cam squared, like we have the Josh and Josh duo here on this channel for Rams Digest, Josh squared. Like this video right now for the Josh squared duo, or comment down below a nickname for us. We'd love to hear it, just to make things more fun over here on this channel. And for Kam Curl, he's only making $4.75 million per year. He did have 2 forced fumbles, 9 passes defense as well, so he made an impact stat-wise on this Rams team last season. And for Curl, some teams that can go after him, the Colts. The Colts have one of the worst secondaries in the NFL, and playing in a weak division outside of the Texans, they could be looking to compete for a playoff spot despite the riveting quarterback battle between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. That one, oh man, I don't know who's going to win that one there. And then obviously, the main thing, which team needs defense? You guessed it, the Cincinnati Bengals. Their number 1 safety is Jordan Battle right now. I like Jordan Battle for the future, but they need someone who's a veteran and not an old veteran. Kam Curl not being too old can easily fit in with that timeline. And with Kam Curl, you're probably looking at a 6th round pick, let's be honest. And it's not because Cameron Curl's not good or doesn't provide something to a team. It's because when you're looking at value for trades, Cameron Curl's not someone who's going to come in and be like, oh, that's my safety one. For most teams, for the Bengals, he probably would be a safety one. But anything helps the Bengals as Joe Burrow looks to put up another massive offensive season with that offense. The Bengals need any cheap defenders that they can get to at least put out an average defense. Because if that defense is average, man, I'm telling you, I think the Bengals really could go to the Super Bowl even just with an average defense with how talented that offense can be. And now, what we got here is that with each player entering a contract year and younger talent waiting in the wings, the Rams have many difficult decisions to make. Forward-thinking roster decisions are important before the season reaches its midpoint. Yes, the trade deadline, these decisions need to be made before then. And my opinion on this is that I don't believe the Rams need to make any big trades for anything at this current moment. Obviously, injuries could happen or players don't get out to the start that you expect them to, and they need to get benched or get traded. Because the main thing I've seen is that the Rams let go of Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson. Cam Akers was an injury problem, and then he was upset with his role. Darrell Henderson was always a backup. In my eyes, he was never going to be that future guy, but Cam Akers showed that flash before he tore his Achilles and then came back way too early and retore it again. So with Kyren, we have to let him start. We have to see if that explosiveness is there. And I think having Jarquez Hunter can help him out with his explosiveness because he won't need to run as much. He'll be able to take more snaps off, which I know you can say, oh, that's going to lower his workload, lower his value. But if you have to take a couple snaps off per game, I don't think that's a big deal, especially with the Rams who are trying to win a Super Bowl, need all the help they can get in the postseason. You want to be healthy for the playoffs and the end of the regular season. And same thing with Tyler Higbee. Terrence Ferguson, you can have a little two tight end set, something the Chiefs and the Eagles can run a lot. And if you want to try to match up with those teams, it could be good to emulate them a little bit. And then with Cam Curl, that one, I think it's okay to make. Jalen McCullough, as I said, showed a lot of flashes, and I agree with that. And comment down below right now, do you believe the Rams should trade any of these players? And especially Kyren Williams, that is the big one, as well as Tyler Higbee. Tyler Higbee is someone who you really think of as an original Ram, as he was one of the first ever LA draft picks. And that is all for this episode of Rams Digest. Make sure to like this video and comment down below your opinion on these 3 potential trades. And comment down below, do you believe any of these trades even need to happen? Like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you do not miss any daily new Rams Digest videos and Rams news. I've been your host, Joshua Finehirsh. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon for another episode of Rams Digest.